Using the word should. Now, of course, I know many of us don't like that word, but I'll say that word comes in two flavors, good and bad. And often we should ourselves quite often. Wouldn't you agree? Now, I know we didn't probably like it when we were younger. I certainly didn't like that word and being told what I should do. I mean, sometimes we wish we could just tell people, many of us, you can know what you can do with that should, right? But anyways, let's look at the good should. The good should is I should be living my life of purpose and fun and freedom. I should be enjoying myself, eating great food, wearing great clothes, having the best job, career. I should be doing that, but why not? Why am I not there? And sometimes we think people, when it comes to communication, we want to tell them what they should have and how they should have communicated to us in a different way. I mean, goodness gracious, be here all day if we told people to do that, right? Well, best place to always start is with ourselves and ask ourselves, why do I even say that? That's what I had to learn. And I want to share a client experience of mine. I was sharing him about his team, and his team, I was giving him feedback from a meeting we had and following up with them. And as I was talking about sharing about the good, my feedback's always going to be, hey, we're keeping everything moving forward. This is where they're at. Now he comes to me and says, you should have told him about this. This is how you should talk to him and get this and this. And I kind of paused, and because he's a paying client, not everybody's willing to listen to what we have to say, but I am the teacher. I am to teach. And he says he wants to become more aware of his patterns and habits. So this is a pattern that I kind of made him pay attention to. So when he said, you should do this and this, I said, let me ask you a question. What makes you think that I should do that? Let me ask you a question. Did you even take the time to listen and acknowledge to what I even just said? And the answer is no. So I said, this is a pattern. And then the question is, why do you do that? Why, when somebody else is sharing something good about people what makes you think you have to come back and tell me what I should do? Or are you not taking it in? Yes, most of the time we're not taking it in and even acknowledging what the other person is really saying, because we don't often even acknowledge ourselves very well. When's the last time you acknowledged yourself for a win? When's the last time you said, good job, Carrie, good job, self, I did a great job at that? Because often I'll say, most people just run over it. Even in conversations, people just run over it. They don't take the time to pause and, hey, good job, because we also expect other people are going to do those things. And often they don't even do it for themselves either. So if you ever get frustrated at people and wonder why they don't take the time to acknowledge you, most likely they don't even do it for themselves. So if I'm not able to do it for myself, how can I be able to do it for somebody else? I know. So taking the time to acknowledge yourself, good or bad, say self, usually start with the good. It's always the best place to start. Acknowledge yourself what you did good. I even sent a text to somebody today, and I acknowledged them, said, thank you for the time. I appreciate your assistance. I'm grateful. Thank you for letting me, start with you guys on this journey. That's it. For me, saying something negative is not going to get me or anybody else anywhere else, moving forward. Wouldn't you agree? So sometimes just acknowledging them for the good stuff, thanking them, and then I had to say, I have to part. But thank you for that opportunity. So start with the good and then with secondary. Often we're too negative and we come back with a bad thing first, right? Then that's why people don't listen, because we put the negative out there and they've already shut us off, right? So if you take the time to really acknowledge yourself first and what you did good, hey self, what else could I do better? That's a good thing you could, take on this new habit, this new idea. But also doing that with other people. Again, I know all this stuff isn't easy. It sounds easy. I had to learn it, but without awareness and me bringing somebody else to bring it to our attention and the willingness to change it, that's when things can happen. So as long as you're willing and open to make some changes to get better results, then you're on the right track. So what are your thoughts about taking the time to really acknowledge yourself and others more effectively? So love to hear your feedback, and share this video, comment on this video. And if you want to learn how to be better at taking the time to really acknowledge yourself and others, reach out. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video.